guys, it's 21 Maxwell here, and it is that time of the month again. It is time for a WWE pay-per-view predictions video, and this time it is, of course, not Wrestlemania, unfortunately, although that is one of the most entertaining things there has been in the WWE lately. But of course, this is the Wrestlemania predictions video. Well, I don't know what to say. Last night's Raw really kind of scunnered me a little bit. It's not really got me hyped for Raw. I feel it has been one of the worst roads to WrestleMania I can remember, and I'm certainly not hyped as much as I've been in previous years. We'll see what happens here. I got a couple of predictions, a couple of theories, and all that. I have even put a bet on for WrestleMania. I put it on 2 weeks ago when the prices were high, but I'll explain all that in the video. And yeah, let's kick on with it. First off, just want to say congratulations to everyone that's entered the Hall of Fame, which obviously I don't know a lot about a lot of the careers. Some of them obviously Macho Man you'll know a lot about, and various others, but some people, I got into wrestling dead late. It was only early 1999, late 98, and I've only wee bits I've seen in the past, which kind of has grown me to certain characters, so there will be some others that I'm not really familiar with. Example like Tatsumi Fujinama. I'm not massively aware who he is, but congratulations on getting the Hall of Fame. Larry Zbyszko, I've seen brief clips or whatever on the network, and just for obviously the clip that was shown on Raw, but obviously known for his commentary. Alundra Blaze, I've just seen the clip obviously dropping the title and one of her first matches on Raw, but apart from that, very little on with this, so I didn't really watch WCW. The Bushwhackers, again, I've seen just various stuff and bits and bobs. I wouldn't say they seem to be a Hall of Fame like tag team, but hey, Coco Beware's in it, and then congratulations to them for joining it. And then of course you've got Rikishi, the Sultan, I think he was Fatu as well. I can see people not agreeing with Rikishi being in, but he was very over in the Attitude Era, and he had that longevity, going through a few gimmicks. Obviously some didn't work, but some did, and I think just purely for that longevity and being able to re-establish himself effectively, yeah, I think he deserves it. Then of course you've got Kevin Nash, Diesel. I can see why. When he's had the title for a year, if he deserved it or not, doesn't really matter. He was the champion for a year. Give it to, that's a good reason. Plus then, great WCW run. Very over as Kevin Nash, and well, we'll not talk about his quad in 2000 odds, but yeah, Kevin Nash as well. Arnold Schwarzenegger, they always do the celebrity one. Did have an impact on wrestling slightly. I do feel it is to do with Triple H getting in the whatever Schwarzenegger's Hall of Fame is, and it's a wee kind of swap deal, but fair enough, I can understand it. I think it's as long as he doesn't talk about his mother, like Mr. T did for about 28 minutes last year, and I'm all for it. And of course, the main inductee, Macho Man Randy Savage. One of the few WrestleManias I'd seen when I was younger. I actually got a videotape of WrestleManias 1 and 4, and obviously WrestleMania 4 was the big tournament where Macho Man won the title, so that really connected me to Macho Man. I watched that quite a few times and just really connected to his character, and I must say I'm absolutely delighted that he's making the Hall of Fame now. Truly deserved, and definitely one of my favourites looking back at that kind of stuff, and just the stuff I've seen on the network. His match against Crush, I haven't watched right the way back. I've been trying to watch all the Raws, so I've watched the Manias from, I think it's 9 and 10 I've watched so far. So just seeing him in commentary, seeing how frustrated he was, seeing his match against Crush, just at times you can see just how good Macho Man was, and that was him kind of wanting to get back in the ring, and obviously Vince wasn't letting him. But the crowd still absolutely popped whenever he made the ring. So congratulations to all of them, and I'm looking forward to watching the Hall of Fame ceremony on Saturday night. But anyway, back to the actual Mania show, and first match is also the pre-show. I didn't get time to get the actual picture of who's in the match. Obviously it's the Fatal 4-Way between the Usos, Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. The New Day, Kofi Kingston and Big E. I feel sorry for Xavier Woods not getting any WrestleMania moments. And Los Matadores. For me, it's got to be Kidd and Cesaro. They've only just won the titles. If anything, I thought they would have left it and won the titles at WrestleMania. But I mean, these two have just been in an absolute roll. Cesaro's just unbelievable in the ring. Kidd, great in the ring, but at the same time is truly improving on the mic. Even I can see a lot of people being unhappy with his comedy segment on Raw, but at the end of the day, it's giving him a chance to get more TV time, and slowly but surely it's kind of more giving him more of a character, and can all be good for the future of Tyson Kidd. But great between those two. The Usos, I can't see it, especially with the injury. I think it's Jay that's got the injury. Los Matadores do nothing apart from have a bull run around. It's a shame on the Colon brothers. Cousins, sorry, I'm forgetting his cousins. Talented athletes, but just doesn't work for them in the WWE. And Big E and Kofi, why use a face tag team, honestly? They really should have made they three a heel tag team. And, basically given Kofi Kingston a new lease on life on WWE, but as it is. But I'm going for prediction number 1. Fact. It's going to be the fact dropper Tyson Kidd and the King of Swing Cesaro retaining tag team championships. In the Battle Royal, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, I've had a few theories in this one. A lot of people, especially the bookies, are predicting Damien Mizdow. You can see that eliminating Miz to win it, but do you really see Miz and Mizdow as the last two when you've got Ryback, Mark Henry, Kane, Big Show, Eric Rowan, a lot of big guys in there? I think Miz will be an early elimination from Mizdow. I don't see him winning. I can see the reasoning for a lot of people thinking Ryback could win it. I mean, I would definitely had a small kind of temptation to say Ryback at one point, but I think the winner of this match, and it's going to cement, I don't know if it'll cement a heel turn, but I think it's going to be a Sheamus return, Sheamus to eliminate Ryback to win it. If he does get a big pop, I feel he may come back later on and switch it up and become a heel either in a future match, which I'll discuss when I get to it, or on the Raw the following night. So Battle Royal for me, first part of my treble with Paddy Power is Sheamus, and I got him at 9-2, and his price has really come in since then. Next up, we have the Divas Tag Team match. Blatantly obvious, I think, who's going to win this. The Bellas have had most of this feud, they've had the up here. I think it's got to be the baby faces winning here. It's got to be AJ and Paige, especially what happened on Raw with the two of them fighting each other, and it looks like they can't coexist. Obviously, they'll coexist. It's a shame that it is a tag match. I'd quite like to have seen a fatal 4-way for the title, but maybe that's the plan down the line for Extreme Rules or whatever. But here, it's going to be AJ, and what an occasion for Paige, being 22, and she's getting to perform in such a big crowd. So absolutely delighted for her, being British, and best luck to her, as I think her and AJ take the win. Next up is the, I don't know how to quite put it, the well publicized, we'll go with that, IC match, the one that everybody's kind of had various thoughts about, unsure how they want it to go. Sometimes they're just like, the storyline's been ridiculous with R-Truth winning it, not winning it, but stealing the title and stuff like that. My prediction for this, I feel it's going to go to Bryan. I think he's going to get the title. I think they're going to try and increase the prestige of the Intercontinental and the US title, make it look more like a proper title. So I think Bryan takes the win here. I like how they've built, especially in the last 2 episodes, they've kind of built Bar up a little bit. But I think it's going to be Bryan to win, just over Ziggler. I think that's our feud coming out of Mania. It's just where it leaves the likes of Ambrose and Barrett, maybe they feud with each other. I don't know where it leaves Harper or R-Truth. And I think Stardust goes back to face his brother, which he should have done at Mania, but for WWE booking, I can understand it. Obviously, Cody is a phenomenal athlete, just maybe not great from a character point of view, so I think he definitely is one person you'd want in a ladder match, but it's a shame it's just not against his brother. As I say here, it's going to be, in my opinion, it's going to be Daniel Bryan taking the win here, and Dolph Ziggler being the unlucky runner-up. Next up, Cena versus Rusev. I think this is probably the most obvious result on the card. It's got to be Cena. After what happened in Monday Night Raw, it's got to be Cena. That beatdown, and it's an absolute travesty that this is going to end Rusev's unbeaten run. Like, I can see it from trying to increase the prestige of the US title, giving it to Cena, but you could have an absolute monster. Never mind being good enough for the US title, you could have Rusev as a main eventer. You could have him challenging for the title at SummerSlam, and that could help, like, say, a Roman Reigns. I definitely feel it should have been Reigns against Rusev, because the reactions you've had to the crowd previously have just been fantastic when these two have met, and it's just a shame that Rusev's going to lose to Cena, and it's going to be very interesting to see where the Rusev character goes from then. But even, I say that, you could have had Rusev against Swagger if you'd built Swagger up at the same time. You could have had a proper American. It's amazing how nobody outside America actually cares, like, fair enough, Russia, we understand. But everybody in America's like, go USA! It's a win for Cena here, I'm afraid. Pretty obvious one. Next up, a match that should potentially steal the show in terms of wrestling, for all to say that, since it's a sport entertainment company, is Rollins against Orton. I'm really unsure. I think the way it's went, I would definitely think Rollins could do with a rub. He could get the win here and be elevated to truly be the top guy, or one of the top guys, especially after the great performance at the Rumble. Mind I said the Battle Royal, I was thinking, well, they need maybe the Big Show and Karo maybe fall out with authority, so well, we always want a heel Sheamus, so can he not come in and screw Orton? And he can come in and give Rollins the victory. So I kind of see Rollins winning cleanly, surely. So I'm going for Rollins here, but this one's, at least it's unpredictable. You really don't know who's going to go over between these two. Next up, Bray against Taker. Mind games have been great by Bray. You know, it's easy to do this feud all by himself. It will be good to see Taker again. But is he really going to show up once and lose? Not a hope in hell. Easily an Undertaker victory. So hopefully it elevates Bray. I can't see how, you know, you're 0-2 at WrestleMania. You know, you've just lost a guy that's 50. Fair enough, it is a big iconic figure, but it's a shame on Bray. But hey, what an experience if you'd have told him when he was Husky Harris he'll be facing Undertaker at WrestleMania. No, I mean, that just shows how well he's done his career, and hopefully he rebounds from this loss and really kicks on in the rest of 2015 because he's done well so far. Next up, Triple H against Sting. I think you've got to go with Sting here. Would he really decide to come to WWE and lose to Triple H? I think he's definitely getting the win here. But interesting to see how the match goes. I say Sting looks in probably the best shape I've seen him in since probably WCW, World TNA. So yeah, I think he'll win the match. I think it'll be quite a lengthy match. I think it'll be a lot of stalling, maybe a few swerves in that, but I think Sting should come out the victory there with Triple H doing the job. Which then leads us to our main event: Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns in the WWE Tug of War World Championships. If you've seen Raw, honestly have no idea why you went with that finish. What were they thinking? Why you get two badasses? You get a beast and a badass, why not just have them brawl with security, tear them apart and get everybody hyped, get the crowd going, instead of what must be one of the worst endings to a Raw before WrestleMania, one of the most flat endings to a Raw. I had my mate text me saying my link cut out, did anything else happen? I was like, no, that's legit how it finished, it's just absolutely terrible. I have a few theories here. I've went with Lesnar in my bet. I just feel with them elevating Bryan and I think they'll elevate Bryan and Cena as champions. That maybe means the WWE title's going to wait for a bit again. So I would easily keep it on Lesnar until SummerSlam. So I'm going for Lesnar. Mother bit of that treble was of course Bryan at 3-1. He's now, I think he's 8-11 on. Lesnar's still out in price, but he's gained from what I bet him in. I'm hoping he's signing a new contract because it is an absolute joy to watch him. But if he wants to go back to UFC, then fair enough, you can't argue with that. But I'm hoping for a Lesnar victory, but don't be surprised if it is Roman Reigns. And if it is Roman Reigns, please to God, Seth Rollins, please save this WrestleMania, because he's going to get booed the hell out of at WrestleMania, and with a smarky crowd definitely going to be there in Raw, he's definitely going to get booed there. So anyway guys, that is the WrestleMania video. I'll say that's my predictions there. If you've got any predictions yourself guys, please leave them in the comments section below. It's not been the greatest road to WrestleMania, certainly not as motivated, not as passionate as I've been in previous years. But you know, hopefully they can surprise us. If not, as much as I want to say I'll take a break from wrestling, I know for a fact I'll take a break and come back as soon as Finn Balor comes into the main roster. And knowing my luck, that'll be the night after Mania. But anyway guys, enjoy WrestleMania. As I say, hopefully it exceeds our expectations, which aren't very high to start with. And until next time, this is 21 Maxwell, and I'll speak to you all real soon. Bye bye.